Man, what the flying hell right now? What? Yo, I did not think Oda was going to do this, right? Like, last chapter, I'm going, there's no way. A 5v1 is too crazy. Gear 5, like, it burns out quickly. That don't make sense for Oda to stack the deck like this against Luffy from a simple perspective of raising the stakes. Yes, this was the right thing to do. But man, he did not disappoint here, man. Oda did not disappoint. One Piece chapter 1110, blind review. The 5 elders have been summoned. There ain't no way in hell they getting out of this. Like, I say that and I see the ending, but it's like the 5 elders got there and they wasted no time breaking apart and working with surgical precision. Oh, Vegapunk got them boys spooked. So backing things up though. So we open up where you get this wide shot and everybody's like, what's happening here? This is the same thing as what happened when Saturn disembarked, and all of a sudden you see more of what's going on across the island. All these different reactions. We get confirmation that the 5 elders are gone, or rather the 4 elders, because we get a shot of the room they were in. And you get the narration by Vegapunk where he's like, how many minutes do we have left? And as that's going on, you see all the chairs are empty. And Vegapunk's told, like, hey, we got 7 minutes, but you know, it's not like we're on a strict timer. And it's like the irony of this is that you are on a strict timer. Like, why not have to be 10 minutes? Why couldn't it be 5? Like, at that point, instead of it being 7, like, it'd be closer to what, 2 minutes left? Oh man, this is, I hope whatever he's got gets out, because like the stakes are way too high for this. And I'm gonna say this: Luffy's reaction of there are 5 monsters in that one moment. When I see this, the first thing I say is Luffy has a big set of balls to stare that down, and I almost want to ask: is Luffy too stupid to realize how much trouble he's in? Because we know, like, Gear 5, like when he's in that, it basically kind of amplifies his personality to a degree. Like, Luffy's already carefree, but when he's in Gear 5, he's super carefree. And it's almost to his detriment. And then when you add in, like, once Gear 5 runs out, like, he's exhausted, it's like, man, you're playing with fire. And at first, I thought Oda was going to have it 5v1, but that's not how it goes. And Sanji has the right idea. He's like, yo, I'm getting out of here. He's getting right into contact with everybody. And this is what I love. Again, the thing that Luffy's crew has value in is that every single person, they could be a captain in of their own crew. Sanji steps up and takes charge. He's like, I got to get in touch with Nami, which of course that simp has to get in touch with Nami first. I mean, I get it though. Like, Nami is best girl, you know. Notice he got in contact with Nico Robin after that. Like, he had to check on Nami first. Like, I see the priorities, Sanji, but that double spread that we get, where the 5 elders and they're all completely transformed, Oda was in his bag here. And just seeing that, and then seeing Luffy, and in particular, this is the first time I noticed it. Like, if you look at, like, the flames that are part of Gear 5, that's some kind of Buddhist imagery. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but it's very similar to what we've seen with Naruto with the, and I'm not comparing it. I know people get pissed off when I do this. I'm not comparing it in the sense, but I'm saying it's using very similar Buddhist imagery, just in a different way. But because it's drawn from the same source material. You know, like Kishimoto didn't invent that. Tabata didn't invent it. Oda didn't invent it. You know, like, they are Japanese men drawing a series of Japanese people, so there are going to be references. But that reminds me, I want to say it was Indra or Shiva. There's some kind of Buddhist character, deity, if you will, that has that imagery of the stuff floating behind them. And like Luffy floating in the air like this and having it go like in a circle, that's good. That's good. Like, it's ironic that Luffy is actually somebody closer to being a god than someone like Enryu, who believed that he was a god. You know, it's crazy how Oda goes full circle there. And what we see is that the five elders, they immediately just start breaking up and they start moving with surgical precision. And before you even know what's happened, half of the Kuma clones have been taken down. And it's in this moment, like I've been accused in the past, especially on the first channel, of admiral disrespect. I knew not to disrespect these five elders, right? But it's scary how in the matter of seconds, just four of them are able to destroy half of the Kuma clones like it's nothing, and then be able to take control of the situation, start giving instructions of like the Straw Hats over here, go kill Bonney, eliminate the Straw Hats. This is one of those times where I'm watching this and I'm like, Sanji is 100% right. He's saying, Nico Robin, get the hell out of here. Don't even worry about anything else. Escape at once. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. Because think of it from this perspective. Sanji is basically saying, get out of here now, even though I might be left behind. This is, without a shadow of a doubt, Sanji recognizing they are in the presence of apex predators and they might very well be wiped out. There's not even a might. There is a we will be wiped out. We have to run. This is just pure instinct taking over. And what I like here is that even though Sanji's got this, when you start hearing the Straw Hats talk about how, well, Brook and Lilith, they've showed up. Luffy's still fighting. You're not here. Zoro's still fighting Rob Lucci. As soon as Sanji gets all this information and he starts processing everything, he immediately goes, that stupid moss head. He's putting the crew in danger. He's a liability. And that was something where, like, Rob Lucci said it earlier. Like, hey, like, your crew could get wiped out because of what you're doing. And it's almost like it's a rivalry boost, like an unspoken rivalry boost. You know, like in like a lot of the Japanese anime, like they believe like if somebody sneezes, somebody's talking about you. Well, Sanji says this. This man Zoro, he don't sneeze. He just gets a rival power up basically. Because when Rob Lucci is going for his hand pistol spots, Zoro, like you see like the attention emoji, you see the tweak that's going on. Sanji goes straight in. Not Sanji, but Zoro goes straight in. And it's because of Sanji talking about him. And he just cuts down Rob Lucci. And the reason why that's huge is Zoro's leveled up. Because like this version of Rob Lucci is very, very, very strong. And so to be able to take him out like this, oh man, that's saying a lot. That's saying a lot. Like he fought him to a stalemate basically, but now he's seemingly appeared to have cut him down. Like if this goes on any further, that's going to be, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like that's not going to be good because those elders on the island. And it's like, this had to be it. This had to be the moment where Zoro got the finishing blow that he needed. But it's crazy how much the Straw Hats have leveled up, in particular the core three. Like Luffy, Sanji, Zoro. Like it's crazy how much growth they've had in this arc. And what I like here is that after Zoro strikes them down, and we know that Jinbe is on his way, Luffy is in the process of getting eaten because there's still some there of the five elders that he has to deal with. You have this moment where Dory and Brogy, they show up and they're able to basically pull a pincer move to be able to buy Luffy time. And it's like, are Dory and Brogy going to basically sacrifice themselves in order to get Luffy out of there? And like Luffy might not even allow that. At least he's got some backup right now. But it's one of those things where you look at it, I don't know if they can beat a force this powerful. Like this feels like the deck is stacked way too high. I don't know if you can pull this off. Like, I really don't. Like, if you're Luffy, I'm not sure you can pull this off. I think at some point, somebody's got to get smart and tell him to get the hell out of there. I don't know if, like, maybe Gear 5 wears off and one of, like, the giants has to come and scoop Luffy up, like somebody from Dorian Brogy's crew. And then that gets into a whole nother thing. Like, they're giants. We know how the world government is about certain species. So, I mean, this is going to be, this has potential to get super messy. Like, I'm legitimately worried. Like, I haven't been this worried for Luffy's character since Marineford. And even then with Marineford, I had hope because, as you guys famously pointed out on the original channel, Admiral disrespect because I thought Luffy could whoop the asses of the 3 admirals. Well, we got the 5 elders. And like the 5 elders, like just Saturn by himself was a monster. Now you got Luffy getting ganged up on. And I have a clear understanding now of how the power levels work. And I'm like, unless there's a Gear 6, which this feels like this is just the final form for Luffy Gear 5, like, I don't know how he gets out of this. And if they try and run away, are they even going to be allowed to run away? Like, this is dangerous. This is dangerous. Like, to borrow a old cliche, shit is getting real right now. Or old expression, shit is getting real. And I mean, I'm legitimately worried about Luffy. And that's gonna be my chapter question for you guys. Like, when you got to this point, were you legitimately asking yourself how they're going to escape? Or did you think for a moment, did you allow yourself for a moment to hope against hope that Dorian, Brogy, and Luffy can win this fight? Let me know down in the comment section below. So always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching until then. Have an awesome day, guys.